What is up, guys? Eric here from Real Film Reviews, bringing you another movie review, this time for the new John Cho film, Searching. Searching is directed by Aneesh Chaganty, stars John Cho and Debra Messing. It tells the story of a single father who, after his 16-year-old daughter goes missing and he basically files the missing persons report and an investigation begins, he decides that he's going to also try to research this, try to talk to her friends, try to figure out what's going on. And as this progresses, he realizes that he maybe doesn't actually know his daughter as well as he thinks he does. Now that's all I really want to get into with the plot, because as this is a crime thriller, there's a lot of twists and turns and I don't want to accidentally spoil anything for anyone. But the one other thing about this movie, where we'll just move right into the good things about this film, is the way that it is shot. This whole movie takes place on computer screens, iPhone screens, news cameras, and home videos, basically. Our view is entirely isolated to those screens. If it does not show up on a TV screen, or his laptop, or his iPhone, or on their home videos, we never get to see it. That's all we see, which makes it so we as the audience feel isolated. It's not just John Cho's character, who this film does not take place in an isolated environment, but it feels like a very claustrophobic thriller because he's entirely alone and because of the fact that we're just trapped to see the paranoia that he's going through on his computer screen, searching through all these people, calling all these people, looking up all these articles. We also feel that isolation that he has. And then speaking of John Cho in this film and the character that he portrays and his paranoia, his performance in this movie is absolutely fantastic. This is not only the best performance of his career, I would say this is a top 3 performance of the year so far. He captures so much in every frame that he is in this film. The little changes to his face when he's having a conversation with someone as it begins to turn and different things come to light. The small changes to his voice when he's calling people and they're being withholding about information that they may have about his daughter is just so good. It's also precise and so tuned in. It feels so real. And that also goes to the directing of this film and the writing of it, because his performance makes this all feel so real. But Aneesh Chaganty's script is also part of the reason that it is like that. The fact that he was able to write this film about a missing girl that feels almost exactly what I think it would be like if a single parent's child went missing. Watching this movie, you are completely enamored with what John Cho is doing. You have to know where this story is going. And every time there's a twist or a turn and you think you might know what's going to happen or where this story is headed, and it never does. It constantly is adapting and changing, but it's not doing it just to confuse the audience. It all feels very natural in the story. It feels like as it is progressing, you are viewing this story from the eyes of the public, but we're given the lucky view of being a fly on the wall in his computer and on his phone to see the true heartbreaking things that he is going through and all of the research he's doing and the lack of sleep that he has and all of the walls that he is running into also trying to do this research. It is absolutely amazing. His performance is fantastic and I really hope it doesn't get forgotten about when award season rolls around, but this script is also so great. And then from a directing standpoint, I have to give props again to Chaganty, because this idea of filming a movie entirely on screens for their phones and their laptops and all these things, making this truly digital film, has to be a very daunting task. Storytelling is very difficult. It is very hard to tell a successful story that makes people care. But the way that this movie opens is so well done that once I watched the first 10 minutes, I knew that I was in for a truly great movie with some fantastic storytelling. The way in which he frames this, because framing is so important. If you're using a set screen as your frame, and we're only able to see what that is, the placement of windows and how they're minimized and how they're placed on that screen is so important so that other information is still visible, because we're ingesting this information the same way that John Cho's character is. I really don't have any issues with the film as it was made. My only real thing I could say that is maybe a struggle for this film is its rewatchability. I would love to watch this film with friends who have never seen it, but I think really other than maybe one more rewatch, I don't know if I would really want to watch this movie like 20 times. Because once you know it, you'd want to watch it again to catch all the little things that you missed, but really other than that, you're kind of just rewatching a story that you already know where it's going. And I guess that's what all movies are, but specifically with thrillers, I think they normally struggle there. I'm gonna give Searching an A. This movie didn't come to where I live until about 2 weeks after its release, and that's why my review is up so late. But I have to say, if this movie is available to you where you live, go see it, because it is genuinely one of the best movies that's come out this year, and it also has one of the best performances of the year. Well guys, as always, I'm Eric. If you enjoyed this video, please do like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought of Searching, share everything we do here on Real Film Reviews, and hope to see you guys later.